Department of Computer Application, to kindly present us happening as a token of our respect and warm welcome to our distinguished guest. Thank you, ma'am. I extend a cordial welcome to Dr. Vidyavardhaka College of the Department of Computer Application in his absence. His constant support and encouragement play a vital role in organizing such practical, industry-oriented program for our students. I extend a warm welcome to all the faculty members and dear students present here. I am confident that today's workshop on MongoDB and NoSQL database will enhance our understanding of modern database technologies and their applications in real-world development. And now we invite Jasmine to kindly introduce our esteemed guest, Vidyavardhaka. Thank you.
It's a privilege to introduce our distinguished guest, Mr. Raghavendra N, a highly accomplished technology leader with over 15 years of rich industry experience in solution engineering, architecture, and digital transformation. Mr. Raghavendra holds a BSc Honours in System Engineering from CRUD University, UK, and MCA in Computer Science from KSOU and an MBA in Project Management from Manipal University. His strong academic foundation combined with extensive industry exposure makes him a well-rounded technology strategist and leader. Currently serving as technical architect at Marlabs Innovations, he plays a pivotal role in engineering, architecting, and transforming public sectors customers toward Microsoft Azure Cloud and productivity-based solutions. His expertise spans across Microsoft .NET and core frameworks, SQL Server, Azure Cloud Solutions, client-side frameworks, deployment strategies, process improvement, project management, hybrid Microsoft-based solutions. Mr. Raghavendra is known for his deep technical knowledge, strong architectural thinking, and hands-on engineering capabilities across Microsoft platforms. In addition to his professional achievements, he is also the founder of My.NET IT community, where he actively contributes to mentoring, knowledge sharing, and empowering aspiring professionals in the technology domain. We are truly honored to have such an accomplished solution specialist and technology architect with us today. Let us extend a warm welcome to Mr. Raghavendra N.
First of all, hello, good morning everyone. Thanks for a very warm welcome, and hopefully you are very interested about MongoDB. No? Okay, let us start. Don't worry. So today we are going to talk about some interesting database which is very I would say it is very unorganized, but organized is SQL, but NoSQL itself is very unorganized, but it is very highly performed. So let us have our laptop on. Can I connect my laptop? I don't want one-side session, so that interactive would be a better learning to all of us. Hopefully, you are interested to learn MongoDB. So, anybody has any idea about MongoDB? What is MongoDB? Document based. Good. Anything else? Bit louder. Okay. You guys worked on SQL, right? What is the difference between SQL and NoSQL? Document format. No fixed schema. Good. So what kind of application you developed in SQL? Any other applications you have used SQL as a backend? No? Anybody at the backside? Very soon I will be coming there. I love backbenchers. I'll come there. So in the real world, if we say how SQL works, um, so it's a very organized one and very well relational management system. Say if you take a college, right? So you have many branches, many sections, and many teachers and management and anything like even housekeeping. Everyone are linked to someone or reporting to someone, and someone is studying under someone. So that is SQL. How do we describe that? Anybody want to talk? I can give mic. And we all know about master data, right? What is master data? What is transactional data? So you all might have done with your SQL projects, right? So first of all, tell me like I know you couple of members have used SQL, but to what purpose? Storing data, I know that's a generic statement. Specific. For what purpose you guys have used SQL? I just gave you an example. Like there's a college management system. So to do that, you need couple of roles and then transactions like fees management or any other things like even subjects or marks and anything. Can you difference between the subjects and the marks gained and teachers, students? These are all the data that you will be storing in SQL. But how can you distinguish between these data? What are transactional? What are the master data? Before understanding this, I think it's difficult. Because master data is something like, say you have in your academic year, you have a couple of subjects or course that you will be doing throughout the year, right? That will not change anywhere. You will be writing your exams or tests or anything against those courses. Whatever you are gaining, that you don't know now. Only when your some internals or exams comes in, then only you write exams and you get the marks. Those are all transactional data. Okay, so fixed ones where you refer. You know primary key and foreign key. What is primary key? Why do you use primary keys? Yeah, primary key comes on master data kind of thing. It comes on other things also, but mainly, see you have a couple of subjects and you are writing exam for the subject, and your exams are linked to that subject, right? So that subject becomes your master data. To that, when your marks comes in, you have hundreds of students. Everyone are writing exams to that subject. One subject, 100 people are writing exams. And that marks code, those are all transactions. So this is the difference between, this is how it is organized in SQL. Then let's come to NoSQL. Before that, I think, I don't know like who have introduced me. I think they have introduced me very well. And even I'm surprised like, oh, I have done so many things in before. Yeah, thank you. Thanks once again for my good introduction. And I am Raghavendra, and I am serving in the IT industry I think more than 15 years, and even traveled many places, many countries, and organized many events. And probably you guys can also be part of us. So this is not just an session. we are doing it. This is an open platform where everyone can join us, and anywhere you guys want any platform to even present anything or even to learn anything. We will be publishing our events in Facebook and LinkedIn and also on the YouTube. How many of you saw our YouTube shorts before we come here? We have made one YouTube short to everyone that we are coming here. So probably if you guys don't know, you can search Migrant India in YouTube. So we are available there. Okay. So what do you guys understand with this? I'm an old guy. I started programming around 20 years before. That was my college days. Just like you guys, I was sitting there and I was watching to many reasons, right? To the seminars. I want you guys to be very interested, very interactive. If you guys are not even interested, you have to sit here and listen to me. There is no other options. Okay, let me come to this one. So this was my first program when I was in college. I was trying to write something, and there was no such kind of mature tools like this now. Because when I started, that's where even Google was not so developed. We have to go to either Microsoft Docs or even get the books to read what is there. And then from there we have to learn many things, and then we have to write a program. So just to write one simple hello world, I have spent a couple of hours or days and read many books and many failures, and then I found a success. But right now it's not that. What do you understand with that? SQL asks for a schema first, but MongoDB just needs your idea, just needs your requirement. That's all. Whatever you need, you can start writing it, just like in English. Okay, so after that, what was next? The big shift. I know MongoDB came many years before. It's not fresh one, but this point, this big shift was that. So when people started shifting from structured SQL to no structured or no SQL MongoDB. There are many DBs are there. Even if you come to Microsoft, do you guys know what is that in Microsoft? They have equivalent to MongoDB. That's SQLite. You guys can use it, but that's also very fast one. And if you go to cloud, you have Cosmos DB, and many things are there. But MongoDB is kind of very friendly, very straightforward. You guys can learn it, and it's open source. So even SQLite is open source, but let us not get shifted to some other thing. Let us talk about MongoDB. And what is tables to trees? Just we spoke about tables, right? So how tables looks like? Rows and columns. So that is a table. What is a tree? This is trees are nothing but branches, right? It's all branches. So you don't know where some branch will grow, where it will end. So no one knows. But it's a very bigger thing with all data. Even though in the table format, if you want to have any one specific data or a specific column, you need to add that column to the entire row, right? Say I want, get me some unique column name where does not apply to any every rows. Any idea? Yeah, not a column, like a field. See, every person are having unique characters, right? So, can I apply all the characters to everyone here? All right. So You are unique to the next person who is sitting here, and everyone looks unique. So how do I define those things in a table format? I need to have everyone's character in the table. So that becomes thousands of columns. But every columns will not fill data to everyone. So you might fill 40, 30 characters to each person. But your row contains thousands of columns. Does it require? No. That is on the social media. That's how social media works, right? Everybody puts different content, different things are there. So that places will be used for your NoSQL. Okay. So this is about old era and SQL era. Like let's again go back to SQL. First one we spoke about table. Second one fixed schema we knew. What is third? Acid. Heard about it? This came in your first semester? Got it. So that's why your answer is very spontaneously. Okay, explain me about acid. Don't give me definitions. I'm here to talk all about real world examples and discussions. That happened just now, right, in your first semester. You could have given better example to me.
For example, we can give the example of transaction.
Uh-huh.
The transaction, it has to be completely executed, or it should roll back. It should not stop with the half partial transaction. Should happen.
Okay, that is one point. Next, you spoke about consistency and durability. And what about isolation and atomicity?
Transaction is being processed, no interruption will be occurs.
Okay, let me come there. Yes, sir, tell me. I couldn't hear.
When transaction is being occurred or processed,
Uh-huh.
no interruption or disruption will be occurred.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good answer. So I need a couple of more clarification on isolation. Isolate. What is isolate? Common English. Yeah. Yes, that's isolation. Kind of isolation. You secure the data. That's all. That is isolation. Kind of in COVID, what people were doing when get infected. Isolate. That's all. Isolation is something like you secure the data. But that will not happen in MongoDB. The last one, what is vertical scaling? Update is different, scaling is different.
So it's just getting this back expand. Scaling is
Okay. Okay, so let us discuss about SQL versus NoSQL. Hmm? So we knew what is SQL, and it's all rows and columns and foreign keys and many things. And why SQL ruled? Anybody can give any good examples? How many? Where do you see SQL is applied? Productions is okay. Hello. Okay, mic is going low. Let me speak bit loud. Am I audible to everyone? Till the back. Audible? Can I talk without any mic? Okay, better. Okay. Where do you see SQL applied in the real world. I'm talking loud. Probably you might also have to talk loud. No idea?
So in many places we use.
Many places. What places?
So maybe also management system.
Yes.
Management,
Yes.
For maintaining college database.
Yes. For all of those things, you use SQL data. Why it was so prominent? Why is only SQL database are ruling those industries? Yeah, SQL is there, but strong reasons. Why? Yeah, it is more structured, schema based, and mainly because of the secure data. When you have a foreign key and primary key, you are not supposed to insert any new data without a foreign key, without a primary key. Mic went low. ಅದು ಲೋ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಲೋ ಅಡಿಬಲ್ ಓಕೆ. I am not a podium person, so I talk, walk, no other choice. Okay. Um, why it was ruled in those industries? Because it is more secured, more organized, and no, and even there are many reasons. It has normalizations. Have you guys heard about normalization in SQL? How many types of normalization we have? Five types. Okay, good. Hmm. Okay, let's not talk about normalization. I'm not asking you those questions. Okay. See, because of such kind of things, we were using those things. But when social media comes in, right, we need a big data. Every day, crores or lakhs of data is going to social media, like YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or any such kind of places. People are have I don't know, I have to call it as crazy only because everyone are opening their cell phones each and every minute and scrolling through, and even every public places they are dancing, they are shouting, they are doing many things. So how do database get saved or stores this kind of data? Because I cannot do any organized data, right? Organized data will comes in hospitals or in colleges or in bank. See, those kind of places we can fix the schema, and that's where we need a secure data. But here, it's very unique. Yeah, it's very unique here. That's where you cannot that you might have heard about big data, right? Big data. What is big data? Large amount of data. And we are going to talk about even AI here in the noon. So nobody miss this classes. Okay. So please come back after the lunch. So yeah, that is big data where your large data models, everything comes in. And big data, in that area also you have to have unorganized data only, because even in the backend it sits for organized data or SQL, but while interaction you might have heard n number of data centers, right? There will be only one main data center, but why they are distributing it to multiple data centers? Even on multiple data centers you have a distributed systems. So in India we have, if you take Amazon or anything, they have a data center in Mumbai. But does it entire Indian data goes on Mumbai? Even in the cloud, that's the main center in India. But even after that, they have distributions to other locations also. And that is called in the database. Have you heard about views? Yes. Why we use views? Views are nothing but another Copy. Like we keep it in one place, we transact with it, and then it will finally commits the changes to that. But it will not direct. We are not directly communicating to database. We are doing transaction with the views. So this is like that one. It's not exactly the same, but this is one of the example I can give an idea to you guys. So that is where your big data comes in, and then that changes the entire world. Where people requires like they don't know, like many different columns or different fields to do different activities and many things. So that's where your NoSQL data comes in. Then this is SQL and NoSQL, relational and MongoDB. In relational, we call database as database. Even in MongoDB, we call database as a database. When we come to table, in SQL we call table. Any SQL you go like MS SQL, Oracle, or Postgres. What types of database you guys have used? Postgres? No. Oracle? MySQL? MS SQL? No. MS is Microsoft. MySQL is comes with yeah, mostly they use it for PHP. So okay, first of all, how many guys are using PHP here? No? Java? .NET? .NET? I'm surprised. .NET has been used in colleges. Anywhere I go, I talk. They don't know anything about Microsoft or .NET. I don't know, but that must be promoted because .NET has a very good features right now. Probably you guys have go and take a look at .NET 10. I think that is beating all the programming languages. That is giving very high performance in the industry. That's the future of IT. And yeah, let's come back. So we call table as a collection, and then the row. Okay. This is something. I don't know. The row is in .NET, sorry, in the SQL, but we call it as a document in MongoDB. How is that possible? Why do we call it as a document? What? XML. Yeah, good. You knew about BSON, right? Let us see what is BSON. Okay, we call column as a field. So we usually use this field keyword even in our programming language as well. So that comes from there. Okay, types of NoSQL. The very first one is key value pair. What is key value pair? Keys and values. That's very straightforward. Good. Any real-time example on key pair? Name and name, age. Yeah, that is all key value. Let's talk about graph later. So, what is document? Yes, collection of documents. But here it is linked manually, not programmatically, because even when you go to a document-based database, what will happen here is like you have to maintain foreign key and primary key by yourself, but there is no such kind of real relationship because that comes only in SQL, organized database. This is unorganized and NoSQL. Here also comes ID and even the below parent and child and everywhere you can define IDs, but you have to relate each and every one by yourself. You have to insert. Then only the relationship will happen. If you forgot to do it or if you enter wrong ID, then that will be connected to something else. So that mistakes can happen here, but that has to take care by yourself. Okay, that is document based. Say this one might be your college, this might be your branches, and below that might be your sections. Below that, if you there will be teachers, students, and much more things. You can build your document structure. What is white column? We have discussed about white column till now. Can anyone explain it, because I'm getting multiple voices here? Can anyone stand? If you guys are confident, please stand and tell me. All boys, you guys have had breakfast? But please interact. Okay. So tell me, what is white columns? You guys knew about white columns? Yes, please. And stand up and tell me, or I'll come there. I'll give you the mic. Yeah. Can you? ಇರ್ಲಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ನನಗೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಕ್
ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ವೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್.
database stores a column instead of the row.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ.
Database stores the data in the column instead of the row.
ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್
ಹಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಾಲಮ್
ಮೇನ್ ಡೇಟಾ
ಇಲ್ಲ. So I think you guys have understood differently, or I don't know. But both answers are wrong. But well tried. I think it's good. And I like this kind of interactions, because I can correct you guys. And even if I am wrong, please correct me. Okay. So white columns are nothing but, see, I have a document. So right now, let us forget about table. Let us forget about that word itself. Let's talk about database, documents, collections, and so on. Okay. When data goes into documents, it is first of all not organized. Okay. So in a document, in one document, I will write about one of you guys. Okay. I am a BA, I am talking to you, and I know about you, and I'll write about you. But you are a student of the same class, and next person I'll come. I will talk to you, I'll write about you. Is it both things same? No, different. But the name field is same to both of you. Names might be different, but let me talk about only fields here, because field comes in white columns. Let's talk about only fields. Age, and then your college, your sections, everything are same. But what will be the difference between you both? ID is also a field. Your data both will be different, right? What is that column? I cannot add with you and not him. Today, one example, I am seeing laptop with you and not with him. I'll add that column only to you, not him. Similar kind of things. I will be adding many columns to you, but not to him. You might be having 50 columns. He might be having only 10 columns. The next person might be having 15 columns. So columns varies to each and every one. But does it mean the database is incomplete? That is a tree structure. You have branches, you have white columns. So you can have n number of columns to one document, you can have only 2 columns to another column. That is the flexibility of MongoDB. Understood? Any questions? Okay, if anyone can describe the graph. Okay. Yeah, describe a graph. Like what type of graphs you guys have saw? See, don't get complicated. Don't think too much. I'm here to clarify all of you guys. Okay. Just tell me whatever you know. What is a graph?
So basically, the day edges for the connection has
Hmm.
nodes, for the connection has edges.
Yeah, that's well defined. Let's talk to everyone, like to understand. I want to interact with the people who are sitting at the last. Very eye catchy. Can anyone describe about the graph? How graphs works? See, graphs are even drawn at primary schools, right? You all have passed primary schools. That's why you are here. So please go back and recall what is a graph. Pie chart. That's a graph. And then some stacks. Horizontal. Your voice is very slow. Sir.
To build networks.
To build networks. Okay, that is also a kind of graph. Bubble chart. Those are all graphs. But how do I create data in a graph format in NoSQL? We spoke about this thing, right? White column.
So they use nodes like this.
Yeah, edges like nodes, edges, yeah, same thing. See, when you come to a tree, right? So NoSQL is nothing but a tree. You have many data unorganized there and here. So how do you create a graph there?
So we create nodes edges and we use relationship.
Yes, that's all. So it's all manually built graph because here nothing is organized. You have to make it organized. If you somewhere go wrong or define a different node to a different edge, then that becomes something very very different. So there is a high risk of mismapping here, but you have to carefully draw it. That's how you program it. Okay. So that comes on the front end, like how you insert the data into this one. So we will go there and try it out. So that's on the graph. Is the session boring? Interesting? Okay. Let's come to real world where we use NoSQL and SQL. Okay. So one example is on gaming. So gaming we had too much of data, but it might be organized or unorganized. But you cannot store everything because why do you prefer NoSQL over SQL? Because we can also do the same thing in SQL, not only in NoSQL. But NoSQL supports much more good thing, and also it is risky. Okay. Then why do you prefer NoSQL in when large data comes in? Complexity? Yeah, that is one thing. And then we have a very two strong reasons why we use NoSQL. Unstructured is there. I am talking about real world examples. Why we prefer? See, I am a customer. I am coming to you guys. In my business, I am having around 1 terabyte or 100 terabytes of data transactioning in 1 hour. I want you to build a system for me. Why do you prefer NoSQL in that case? Why the system crashes? Even if you well build SQL, there also system will not crash. But high volume of data, see the in an industry, okay. You're also correct. But when it comes to IT industry, why we prefer NoSQL versus SQL in that kind of situations? Because in last 1 hour, whatever the data comes in, okay, in probably let us talk about gaming only. I don't know like what kind of games you saw, because in my earlier days I used to play NFS and GTA, many things. Okay, so in those games, last 1 hour, whatever the thing happened in 1 hour, that data I don't need it, but the data is required to play the game. What I need after the game ends, I just need a score. That's all. Data is not important here. Speed is important. Memory is important. Right? Even in same case comes in social media, many platforms. At that moment, in FB page, so probably whenever we talk something, right? Immediately, if I go and see any social media, that ads will come immediately, right? So we are actually not safe in this world. Everywhere, everything is listening to us. And again, what they do to the data, they will just process it and they'll understand you and they will show whatever you need. That's all. But whatever you speak, right, they will listen to that and they will delete the data. So that's where all this NoSQL matters. Yeah, and so on. So even on the SQL side, I think it is all well structured. Um, Very less data, but more security thing. So that's where they prefer SQL. And I think we spoke much more on MongoDB, why it was simplified our data. So in the real time, MongoDB, that's the logo of the MongoDB. So I picked like MongoDB is like a leaf, because it is every leaf is a document in a tree. Then the MongoDB concepts, I think we have went through that. And why schema flexibility? We spoke many things on schema flexibility, right? So what you guys have understood from it? What kind of flexibility it is giving in this one? Don't worry, another 15 minutes we will be having a short break. Yeah, that's one kind. But much more flexibility, we already discussed, right? The flexibility of schema. It's a wide columns, and then keep value like you have to define it, or else then it's free. Any document you can save it, and any structure you can save it. And more on in the early days, MongoDB was just it was supporting only JSON. Now it is calling as BSON. So let's talk about BSON. What is the difference between JSON and a BSON? There is no much big difference, but it is. And the next one, what is embedded and referenced? There are simple English, so you can forget about MongoDB and SQL, NoSQL, anything. Just understand English and interact. Okay, what is embedded? Maybe. Okay. Then what is referenced? No, it's not independent. Dependent. Okay. Dependent is, it's even in SQL. It is a primary key and foreign key. That's a dependent. But referenced is different. Why do you call it as referenced? Because there in SQL, it is strongly connected, primary key and foreign key. Here, you are referring the data. If you forget it, then it is not referenced. So that's a flexibility. If you want, you can refer it, or else you can store it as a normal thing. And when querying it, you can still do it if you have the ID or any relational data. Okay, let's talk about BSON. So what types of data types you guys have saw till now? String, number. See, before in JSON, there will be only number field will be there, number data type. It's not having any int 32, 64, double, decimal. You know any difference between these things? Int 64, int 32, double, decimal. The bits will be there, but how will that be different? Difference. Number is short. Int 64 is a bigger one. It might be over. I'm not able to recall it, but int 64 will go after 10,000 or something. Till now, till that time, int 32 will be having it. That's the bit size. And again on the double, it is dot 2 or 3. After that, if you want more numbers, then you have to go for decimal. But this precision is having only in BSON. That's how it was matured. Okay. So again, BSON supports regex. Can you define what is regex? Regular expressions. Regular expressions that comes on validations. Okay, see, you have a registration form. Okay. In the registration form, you guys might be entering date of birth and then email ID and so on. Say, I want you to enter date of birth only in DD But if I don't have that validation placed in, you guys can write like anything. One guy might be writing July, another guy might be writing June, and then August, and very short names and many things, and even mistakes. But if I have the validation, that will not let you do it, even in the email IDs. So that's where this regular expressions will come in. Anybody wrote any or used this in your earlier classes or anywhere used? Okay. For what purpose? I know it's validation purpose, but for what validation? Email ID verification. Okay. And that was supported in BSON. And JS code, JavaScript code. We can execute JavaScript code within a document. Is it supported in SQL? You guys are laughing, good. Tell me one joke, even I will laugh together with you. Okay, yes, please. See, I am here to give you a better IT experience. Okay, please be serious and see, I am not losing anything. I'll just give whatever I can and I will leave. But after that, once you guys are completing your educations, you have to come to the industry. Try to understand. Right now, industry is going rapidly fast, where people cannot compete. Everywhere AI is coming, and probably you might have heard the latest news in US. Just because of couple of AI tools, many people are losing jobs. In this world, you guys have to be very much involved and very much learning to the latest things. And if you don't like, I don't have any problem. I will be giving whatever the knowledge I have, and probably I will leave from here. But it's up to you guys. Probably we might meet somewhere soon in some companies, right? Probably, please. be cautious about the subjects what we are talking. Okay. Anybody wrote JavaScript? JavaScript. Okay. What is JavaScript? Scripting language. Fine. Where do you use JavaScript? Where does it run? Huh? Create? It's fine. Well, no, it will not create a web page. It is part of the web page. It will not design the web page. Interactivity and it is a script, right? So it will help you to interact with the UI and even validate and even do the transactions, even for the presentation. You can actually change the behavior of your web page, but designing will not happen with the JavaScript. That is one thing. Okay, but that JavaScript you can run in BSON documents. Okay, the date object. We have ISO date and also timestamp. That is a new thing in BSON. But if you use normal JSON, so you just have a date type. Okay, this one is very interesting. You might have to concentrate on object ID. In JSON, you don't have that object ID. Object ID is automatically created in JSON. That is just like your primary key in SQL. So we will go through all of those things. Okay, so that is on the object ID. That is a unique ID. 16 digits. Probably you might have heard about WIT, GUID. Heard about it? WIT, 16-digit number. That's a unique number. Okay, so that will be automatically created in JSON. Okay, MongoDB engine. Next thing, indexes. Why do we need indexes? I think session is very boring. Even I don't feel like talking. Anybody knows about? Okay, I don't need a mic. We'll talk here. Anybody want to talk to me? Sir, ಹೇಳಿ ನೀವೇ. What is indexes? Indexes use ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ?
To access the elements.
No. It's not about accessing the elements. Access ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಸರ್? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ? ನಾಟ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್. ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಡೇಟಾಬೇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ SQL, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Indexes. Good. Okay, I will explain you what is indexes. Okay, before your what are you guys studying? MCA, right? Okay. Before MCA, what was the course you have completed? BC. But this relationship management should come there, right? IDBMS. Indexes is a basic. That's not any complex. It is very basic thing. No, it's not to showcasing. So I'll tell you, I'll give you good information in a very short way. But probably you guys have to concentrate on this one. When you need a better performance, okay, in the database, what people will do? Let me go into the industry now. So this might be over education to you guys, but probably I will give you because you probably guys have not learned, or you might have not taught by someone about indexes, because this is very important thing. When the database performs very slow, okay, what we do first, we go there and see the execution tree, how the data is getting executed. There might be one table where too many queries are coming, okay. but it has many data. Let us go to which one? Stock market. Okay, in the stock market, I go there. I am searching for a couple of patterns or couple of shares somewhere. But in the share market, there might be one table where thousands or lakhs or crores of requests are going there, and database is getting crashed. Okay, how do you recover it? In the execution tree, you see, okay, which column is a problem. So, see, I might be searching for one particular company, and might be different people are looking for only the company, that or different companies, but company is one column. This hit is happening on the table on only that one column, on that column. I will write or put an index to it. What will happen? That column will be indexed, and then when you go and look for, say, HP or M&M or any other shares, it will go and look for only to that row. It will not go and search the entire data. So that is the indexing. You look for a specific row because that row is indexed already. You have a pointer there. So database will point to that only to that particular row and then fix it. So probably we will also see that. That will be there in even in MongoDB. So that is index. Got the idea? Two indexers. When you have, say, 50 columns you have in one table, and you might have applied indexing to all the rows, all the columns. What will happen? Database will get confused. It will look for, see, probably I might be having multiple queries. One data might be at one place, might be foreign key, parent key. I might be looking on that. Looking on two tables, too many indexers. Even indexers will become very much slow without indexers. So you might be very careful when to apply indexers and what to use. Okay, that is on that. Next, indexers will help you on fast queries and text search, and then geo index. So all these things I have explained it. Did you guys got it? Can you explain me back? Okay. Then next, scaling with MongoDB, replication, shredding, and then high availability. Because it is NoSQL, it is, you guys can search whatever you search, it will come. That is where the scaling happens. Okay. I wrote very simple queries here, just for SQL and NoSQL. SQL, if I want to get n number of people, I'm saying n number of people. Select start from people. That is on SQL. If you guys have, hopefully everyone have used SQL. Anybody who have not used, please raise a hand. Everyone have used? But probably I might be dumb. I'm not getting answers from you guys. Okay. So here in MongoDB, it is somewhere like I use find. We will do that after a break of all of these things. So, okay. Then to get 25 people, I say age is equal to 25. Here I put that something like within the braces. So this is the difference, how we do in the SQL or not in the SQL. What is client drivers? Because we are going to do this after the break. Everyone has laptops? Okay. What are these things? Maximize. It's a slide. I cannot maximize it. I'll explain. The first language is C, C++, C Sharp, Go, Java, Node.js, Perl, PHP, Python, Ruby, Scala, Swift, Rust, and then R. How many programming languages you guys have heard about it? And what? Tell me one common thing. Everyone have used C, right? C++, C Sharp, everyone. I'm lucky here. Yes, I'm totally into Microsoft. Okay. But other than Microsoft, I think Node.js is good, and then Java, I think it is somewhere it is going out of industry, and then Python is good because of all AI things. Right now, C Sharp is also competitive, and then Rust is a good programming language. Probably you guys can learn it, but MongoDB supports all of these programming languages. Anything you guys want to learn, all of these programming languages supports MongoDB. Okay. Can we do one simple quiz? Can you guys join? Any device, even in laptop or cell phone, anything. Quick, quick. So you don't have much time. Just 2 to 3 minutes. I'll start the quiz. Each question has 20 seconds time. We have 20 questions. Once it is done, probably we can leave for break. Are you guys ready? Can I start? Okay, let me. Guys, ready? Anybody still want to start? Or not starting? Or having problem? Madam, Indian, last. Good. Yes, yes, no. Good. Okay. SQL databases store data mainly. This is for SQL. Please don't cheat. Don't help others. Okay. Good. 89%. Right answer is tables. NoSQL databases are best described as always relational, schema-less or flexible, only for small apps, slow but safe. Good. The next one. Which one prefers predefined schemas? SQL is the right answer. Which one scales more easily across servers? Don't ask these questions to ChatGPT. It is NoSQL. But who thought it is for Excel? We are discussing only about SQL and NoSQL. I'm good even if someone asks for SQL, I'm not, but I'm surprised with Excel. Can someone raise your hands who answered Excel? Nobody. This is a comedy. Okay. Let's go to the next. Acid properties are strongly associated with. It is SQL. Good answer. Just think that this is Kontraya Garopati. Okay, don't talk to each other. Just press your words. Okay, eventually consistent is a concept form. Eventually consistent. What does that mean? Wow. It is NoSQL. Okay, which is better for rapid product changes? Good. Next one. Join operations are mainly used in. Very tricky question. Just think and answer. Good answer. Everyone knows it is equal. Okay, banking systems usually prefer. Very easy, right? Yeah, please answer. It is equal. The right database choice depends on. The right database choice depends on trend, popularity, business use case, social media hype. It is business use case. If you go with popular trend in IT industry, you are gone. Because social media always and almost misleads everyone. Don't trust anything in social media. Okay, MongoDB is a relation database, document database, graph database, spreadsheet. It is document based. The data in MongoDB is stored as. So first we have just 8 questions to go. Data in MongoDB is stored as. It is data, not database or. Good answer. Documents. Next, MongoDB documents are written in. JSON like this on. Good. Next, which best describes MongoDB schema? Which one? Good. Next, MongoDB is best suited for. Ledger accounting, social media, COBOL, static. Very easy answer. Social media. Who thought the ledger will shoot for MongoDB? Ledger accounting is a very fixed and very strict documents. You cannot mislead anything. You cannot play with ledger accounts. It goes with financial things. If you use MongoDB, all your money will be gone. Then what is a collection in MongoDB? Okay, I'm in a hurry, so I'm not letting everyone to answer in 20 seconds. So which one? Table. We just saw before the quiz. Okay. Have 3 more questions to go. Horizontal scaling in MongoDB is archived using horizontal. So we saw last but one slide. Horizontal scaling. We saw vertical scaling in that slide, but I have not spoken about horizontal. Sharding. Okay. MongoDB supports ACID transactions. MongoDB supports ACID transactions. It supports. Who said it will not support? It supports multi-document. Big applause to 20% guys who have answered this one, right? Or might be using ChatGPT. No? Good. Okay. MongoDB is commonly used for? This is a good question actually. If you guys can understand each and every one options, it's a good learning for you guys. Microservices. Why microservices? Because do you guys know anything about microservices? I will bring this topic after the break. It's a very interesting topic. Okay, the last question. MongoDB is best described as? Okay, good. Thanks for participating. Who is that? Name start with only S. Yes? Yes, you are S. Yes, good. You got the first prize. Rojan DC, second one. Yeah. Kudos to all of you guys. Thanks for participating in the quiz. Hopefully, you guys have got some good information in the first 1 hour of the event. So, after the break, we will go hands-on and start with MongoDB. Probably you might need to spend at least 10 minutes to prerequisites to install a couple of required tools to the thing. Please keep your laptops ready and we'll start soon. 15 minutes. Thank you. Programming language. Hope everyone knows about it, right? Okay, installation. Go to mongodb.com. So we will be having 10 minutes to complete the installations. Anybody are having any problems? Please raise your hands. Are you done with sorry. Install community edition. Huh? Initial.
Sir, after listening to the MongoDB website.
Products. You don't have products? No, don't go to marketplace. You're not purchasing. That's not a product. Go to Google. Yeah. You will get mangoes in AWS. See, the next statement, what I am doing is, I am finding the name of a student, which is ABC1, and in this collection, I am having 5 or 4. But I am looking for the student name with ABC1. Yes. Let us see what will happen. But I'm adding one more function as explain the execution status. So what it will give? It will give you the full execution details, how the query is executed and how many records it went through to get the result. See, this is actually finding the proper result what I want. So I found one record ABC, but how many records it went through? Can you see? Docs explained. Just to find one record, it went through all the records because this collection has no index. So it went through all the records to match the exact search and then found the searched record and then it displayed. So what's the disadvantage of it? Main performance, the slowness, because it has to see. If I know, yeah, please. If I know anyone's name here, I can directly go and talk to you. If I don't know, then I have to went through each and every one and check, and then okay, I got to know that you are that person. So that's the index. So let us create an index. To create index, you need to have use create index, and then you are creating index on the field of the name. So now I have created an index with the name of name underscore one. So now let us try to find the same student name and see the execution status. Okay, wrong table. Here you can see examined documents are only two because that matched two records out of five or four. Then it is going and finding exact match and then displaying it. So it's not going through all the records. So it's a performance improvement. Even you might be having hundreds or thousands or lakhs of records. With having an index, it goes to the only matching records and then bring the results. So that's where your indexes are required to improve the performance. But don't use too much of indexes, that will spoil your database in the search. Okay, let me drop the index because I don't want it in here anyway. Okay, I just dropped whatever the index I have created. Collections we already went through, but let me create this collection. So I'm using create collections and collection name is teachers. Till now we have created collection only with the name. But after that I'm matching couple of more things. One is cat. Cat mean I'm limiting it. Size, what is the size? I'm giving around 10 MB of the space. More than 10 MB if the document crosses. Because in SQL, that's a different story. It goes with one single memory and it goes on increasing. But here it's a document, a file, a JSON file. How do you restrict it? The size of the document, because teachers might be how many 50 or 40, that would be the max in any institutions, but the information also might be within 10 MB. The 10 MB is more than enough, but even if that crosses, then I have to limit it. Where you have to limit it? Because you might be having some probably the institution might be older than 100 years and couple of teachers might not be there, and you might have to archive it and then store only who are working. So that's where you will be cleaning unwanted information there. And auto index false, auto index ID, what it will do? It will not create your object ID. So you have to create your own IDs for each and every teacher. So let me now create this one. Okay, aggregation. Do you know anything about aggregation? Anyone definition? Okay. See, in aggregation in MongoDB, you have a pipeline where you can define what you need and then options where what columns you need, and you can define like what are the information you need. So this is where you can also join. So I'm trying to find all the employees whose gender is male. So I got all the male employees by using aggregate function. So groups. Have you guys heard about the groups? Grouping. See, I want to group people based on their age or even gender or anything or even height, weight or anything. So here I am grouping by age. Okay. So how does it work? It will put if there is employees with, yeah, please, employees with the age group of 20, then that will be one group. 21 will be another group. See, these are the groups got created. One group is 28. There is, I don't know how many employees are there with the age of 28, but this many ages of employees are there, but I still don't know how many of there. Now you guys can understand. So I have 7 in who is 28. In 30, I have 2 people. In age 34, I have 1. 32, I have 1. Same way, like there are 2 people with 25 age. So these are the distinguishes, but it gets age as one group, and within that, how many records are there, we can still pull it. How do you pull it? I am grouping it by age and get names. How do you push the name, push the data into that? So I'm just using a push keyword, and then this is the field name, first name. You can also, if you want first name, second name, or anything, you can still have much more fields there. You want all the records in that group. Simply use root. So in age 33, I have 1, but in age 25, I have 2 records. But this is bringing all the documents and all the fields in the documents. Let me directly go to some random comments here. Now probably I want you guys to explain this one. Can anyone explain what this command is doing here? Just simple text. So it is matching all female employees, and then I'm getting the group of age, and then sorting. So number of employees with the age 25 is 2, and these are all female employees. What does this mean? Yes, I'm taking average of age. What is my next command is I'm grouping with ID and getting the count. What is the count I'm getting here? I'm summing if hobbies are null and I'm taking the size of the count of it and then summing all of them and then putting that here. So I'm getting 21. So any questions or anyone understood this command? Can anyone explain this one? So a bit louder. I'm not able to hear. Please. Pass the mic. On ಮಾಡಿ. Hmm?
Sir, if hobbies are yeah, hobbies values and account and explanation ಆಗಿದೆ
ಹಾ.
sir. Hobbies.
ಹಾಬೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಸ್. ಹಾ. ಹಾ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೌಂಟ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಹಾ ಎಸ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಗುಡ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. There's one more interesting thing here. What is unwind? Unwind that will create rows for every search. Let me use a different one. Okay, this is giving all the records. Why? What is the difference between unwind and a group? In the real world, what do you mean by unwind? Right now the session is going on. This is a group. The session is dispersed. That is unwind. That's all. That is the meaning of unwind. Same case here. If you are grouping with one set of employees with one particular age, that is a group. If you are unwinding it, each and every person who is associated with the group, that will be an individual group. So you will be getting all the records. What did I do here? I'm aggregating, creating a group. Group of the year of the employee hire date. Okay, let us do our last query here. Joins. Have you guys heard about left outer join? What is the left outer join? I'm doing joins here with two tables or two collections. See what are those two collections? One is students and another one is grades. These are two collections I am doing a join. You can see the latest thing what it pulled. So first one is coming from students, student ID and class ID. I am identifying a local field. That's a primary key in the student, and then foreign key. This is again one field which is added in grades collection. So getting it? Anybody are able to understand what I am talking? Or able to execute? So this JSON is available in the GitHub. So you guys can download it from there and import. Yeah, here it is referring student ID to from grades collection to students collection, and then it is bringing student details. Probably even in SQL, when we do a join, we bring a fresh result in another variable. So that is student details. So first one is student ID, class ID, and left join is all from the scores. Next one we will do right outer join. What is this query doing? This is opposite side. First one is left outer. Right now I am joining employees with department. So I am making department ID as a primary key and employee ID as a foreign key. So now it is bringing all the employees which are associated to the department. So probably I will upload even this queries file also to the GitHub. Probably you guys can download it from there and try it out. Any questions till now? No questions? Did we learn anything till now? Okay, so let us talk about MongoDB Atlas. What is Atlas? So till now we have created database in our own laptops, but Atlas is nothing but it's in the cloud. So you can create database in the cloud, and MongoDB Atlas is free, so you don't have to pay for it, but it is on a basic version. It's a shared database. But if you want to have a better experience with cloud database, you need to pay for it. Then where do you use Atlas? So it's all in e-commerce, IoT. Anybody heard about IoT? Internet on Things. Where do you use it? Any device integrations, sensors. So at that places we use IoT. So this MongoDB Atlas is majorly used there, and even CMS. What is CMS? Yeah, content management system. Can we give some examples where do we use content management system? Some tools? Huh? Which one? So yeah, that is one. So SharePoint is a content management system. So such kind of things, and even on the mobile apps. So let us do another workshop. Probably you guys have to visit cloud.mongodb.com and create your profiles there. See, this is the place. Let me know once you all have logged in. Okay, probably I will walk you through. So once you guys logged into MongoDB Atlas, so you need to create one cluster. So that cluster you need to choose which location you need. So the nearest location is Mumbai. So you can select that one and create a cluster. That's on a free version. Anybody trying? If you guys are trying, then probably I can wait for you, or else probably I will probably walk you through how to do it. Okay, let me walk you through. Probably I'm having very short time. So to connect, click on the connect. See here initially it will show you add current IP address, because in Atlas you have to whitelist your IP address or else you cannot connect to it. So let me add my IP address which is there right now I'm using, and then choose drivers. If you want to connect to Compass, just click on it. I have MongoDB Compass, and then take this connection string, go to Compass, now click on add new connection. Here you need to paste that. You need to add your username and password. This password probably is for all collections whatever you are going to create in Atlas. So I have added my password here, and then it will automatically take name of the cluster. You can choose whichever the color you want. This color is mainly to distinguish because you might be having too many connections. So it is easily if you have different colors for different connections. It's just for user friendly or your friendly. Let me save and connect. See I am now connected to Atlas cluster. So here is again same, whatever you guys have done it locally, you can do the same thing here, create database, collections and n number of things, and then also do this with your Mongoose. And once you build an application, you need to connect to this cluster and then integrate your application. And sometimes the IP address might not work. So in that case, you need to go and check your network access. So go here and see IP access list where your current IP address should be added here. For temporary purpose, if the connection is not working, then add IP address, go allow access from anywhere. But this is too dangerous, anyone can hack your database. So give a specific hours just for testing purpose. So by default it allows you for 6 hours, but it's not required. But once you test everything good, then have this connection open and then close it immediately. Okay, for the next thing, did you guys install Node.js? Node.js? Anyone are trying to do it? Did you guys had too much of lunch or not? Not at all. Because not responding to anyone. Because one time it was all good. Just say yes or no. See, I'm just friendly. I'm not your professor or teacher. You guys are trying to install it so that I can work with you, or else I will just work and show you it will do. ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ Node.js? Okay, good. So the next thing is go to your VS Code and click on GitHub or Git source control. I have added one link here. Probably that might be difficult, but how do I explain it to you? Look for this repository, like um, go to this GitHub account. No, just go to this URL. You don't need to be. Even if you guys don't have GitHub account, you can still clone it. Go to this account and then look for it has many repositories here. Just come to MongoDB Atlas with Next.js. Here you have clone URL. If I am going a bit fast, then you guys can stop me. Just click on that copy. It will get your clone URL. Just come to GitHub and then you have a clone repository here. Did you guys got to that GitHub? From there you need to put the clone URL and then that will be shown in the drop down and just click on it. It will ask you to open the repository because that is already cloned in my system. If it is not, then it will ask you the location where you want to place it. Then choose folder and the code will be cloned from GitHub to your local files. Any guys are having any problem? ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಹಾಂ, ಅದು VS ಕೋಡ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಗಿಟಬ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ? ಅದನ್ನು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ವಿಜುವಲ್ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಿಟಬ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ಗಿಟಬ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ನೆಸೆಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ VS ಕೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಾಯ್ತು. ಜಿ ನಿಮಿಷ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡು. ಅದಲ್ಲ. ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ನಾನು ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ? Anyone trying out? See, this Git is very important in industry. Okay, wherever you go to any job, any coding, especially for developers, they need this Git because day-to-day activities like we will pull the code and then we write, we will create a branch out of it and then we write our code and then we will push it back to the code and there to merge the code. We will be having lots of conflicts. We have to resolve those things and there will be a review on top of it. So a lot of things that will work only in the Git. If you guys don't know it, please learn it soon as possible. The Git is very important in each and every day of development work. Okay, let us try out. Okay, this is the cluster or MongoDB Atlas connection string what I'm having, and this is the Next.js code, but that is not in our topic. But what I created this application just for the demo purpose, but main concentration is on MongoDB. Okay, so we have tested our connection in MongoDB and the same connection string I am putting that here. So this is the local file where I am adding MongoDB URL connection string. So after that, what it will happen, if you go to mongodb.js, it is taking that URL and so on. I will explain you the code once the application runs, but here is the place where we configure the connection string. Let us try to run the application. My application is run and up and running. So it is giving us the localhost URL where the application is running now. Let us go and access it. Okay, here I am getting an error on running the application. Why? It is because the connection refused. In most cases, the free version of MongoDB Atlas, the DNS will be blocked in the public network. So probably you guys can try out the MongoDB Atlas connection string in your probably personal internet or somewhere. Probably that will be allowed. But if this needs to be allowed in everywhere, probably you might need to purchase the updated version, because this will be on a shared network, so that DNS, our public network, treats it as a threat, so that it's not allowing any DNS requests here. So what we'll do, so we'll just switch our connection string from Atlas to local. So let us stop the application. Let us read on the application now. So now the website is running. It's just a cloth store. Okay. So how quick it is? I have a couple of plots here just for demo purpose, and even you can search for it. Let me explain the code first, how this is working. Let us go to the store database, and I am having product collection. Here is the data where it is coming to that application. Every document in this collection is all having similar kind of fields. Okay, so the name is the name of the product, and then price, category, and then image. This data goes for all the records here. How the data is being consumed in the application. Let us go one by one. Okay, so this is where my connection string lies, and then after that I come to MongoDB.js, and this is different from each and every programming languages. This was on Next.js, but the same thing might be a bit different in Java or PHP or even in C Sharp anywhere, but this is how it's been integrated. Okay, after this is done, I'm just creating a client promise. Okay, client promise is nothing but an access to the database. So once that is done, this is the index.js. So probably you might have worked on HTML, right? So in HTML, what is the initial file we call it as? Index.html. So the same way here, index.js. So here, if you go just below, I am just creating one object for the client promise. Client promise is nothing but it will initiate a connection to the connection string what I have defined. From there, I am checking is connected. Okay, once it is connected, I will go to client.db. db store is nothing but a, what do we call store as in MongoDB terms? We want to go back to the slides. Cannot tell me what is store? In relational, we call it as database. Even in MongoDB, we call it as database. Store is a database here. What is products? Yeah, that's a collection. And each and every row is a document. Okay. So let us continue. And I'm getting all the collections. And then I'm just iterating it through. So we saw find method, so it will fetch all the records. And then dot to array. Why I am adding to array? What's the difference between collection.find and collection.find.toArray? So recall what we discussed on cursor. The pointer is fine, but cursor, what will happen when you just type collection.find? How many records it will fetch? 20. The MongoDB is made like, whenever, see, even in the SQL, if you say select star from some table name, what will it do? It will fetch all the records. But this one, that is organized database. So even it shows like it is waiting and so. But here it's not like that. It's a document based. If you go and fetch all probably 10 lakhs or 1 crores of records which is there, then what it will do? It will probably crash the system. So MongoDB is made like dot find. So it will fetch only first 20 records. That's the cursor. It was built with a cursor. And dot to array, you have to do it intentionally. You want to bring all the records. So you know it. Even your performance becomes bad if you want to bring all the records together without any cursors. So add dot to array. This will bring all the records, not 20. So that's the difference between dot find and adding dot to array. So okay, once I get the products, what I'm doing, probably this might be some over information to you guys. Probably just can download this code and analyze. Next.js is a good programming language, but this is the template. Here I'm saying is connected. If it is connected, then this is the template. Whatever the thing I want, everything. So I'm just displaying it here. So if you go to the header, what is the header here? This one, having all the links and then search. In the search, how it will happen? Can come to this place. This is the input, which is a search bar, where I'm having a value. Whatever the thing I type there, that will be captured in this variable, and then on change, this is the event that will be triggered. This event will be triggered, and then that value will be passed to index.js, and then that filters the data here. Products.filter, it will apply filter query, and then to lower search term, whatever the text I put there, that will come here, it will search it, and then it will display the items. So let us see. See what it is searching. So I have added fields like name, description. So what my text matches to either one of it, it is filtering the records. See, I typed HO. HO is in this name, and it is this name, and here also Python, there is HO. So if I type only N, filtering only one thing. If I type OO, I'm having only two things. Understands how MongoDB works with the real-time applications. So we saw all the queries, like how it will work and all the comparisons, aggregations, and real-time applications. So have any questions? Do you have any questions to me? Or how do you feel about this application working in real time? Good. Okay, I need a good feed conversation with you guys. Probably you guys might not be understanding what I'm telling, or fully understood, or I'm wrong. Okay. Well, you guys can go to that GitHub and download the code and try out with the connection string, and you guys can run this application on everybody's laptop, and they can go forward it. If you guys still have any questions, you guys can text us in Facebook or LinkedIn or even YouTube. Okay, let's go to how many of you are excited and also learning something about AI? Good, one person. Anyone else? Nobody? Too difficult to get into the industry. Right now, even if you don't know AI, you should learn how to use AI tools. See, today I am a programmer, I am doing some job here and I am creating some applications and so. And in some applications, I have a chance to automate couple of workflows. How do you do it? Do you sit for every day, create that workflow, or probably some data entry? We'll see. Okay. There is some common pattern of data which is coming every day. And manually, you are updating all those data to the database or somewhere. How to ease it? Your company is having around 10 people or 100 people to do that job. But your customer is not paying for all of those things. I just need 10 people to do all of those data. How do you do it? Can AI do it?
ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿಸಿ ತಿನ್ಕೋತಾರೆ
Hoda.
ಬಿಸಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Okay, fine. Let's have a break for 10 minutes. Okay, we have some snacks there to all of you. So probably go and enjoy it. But please come back by 3:30. I don't have much time. We'll be showing one interesting AI agent. Right? So if you are doing some common, yeah, please. If you are having some common work or somewhere, we can create some AI agents that will take care. And right now, how world is progressing is just because of the AI, we are losing lots of job, but it is creating lots of job also, unless and until that we are not getting upgraded to ourselves. AI is not an enemy, but it is a progressive, intelligent world. Okay, so let us understand about agents. So agent will do whatever it will do. Yes, please come. It will. You need to give some instructions and make that agent understand what it need to do. So once you give those instructions and record it, so that will follow whatever you have fed to that agent, and that will do 24/7 without. Yeah, please. Without any payment or nothing, because it's a machine. So it will work 24/7. So MCP server is very booming thing right now. It's very popular. Why we use MCP servers? Probably you can say ChatGPT is also MCP server. Do you guys agree? Let me simplify it. MCP server is nothing but model control protocols. What is protocols? That what I need, because even non-technical people, they want some data out of it and they want to use the data or see the data. Say I have not developed any application. probably chatbot or some AI agents like even in your WhatsApp or even in iPhone you have Siri, Google you have Gemini, and that understands all the languages, right? Even in Kannada, English, Hindi, or somewhere Mandarin or any language, you write, it will answer your data. But database is same, only one database. That was written in English. All the records and data, everything is in English, and even combination of many languages. In the front end, I give my text because I have developed. I know English. I write all the database and everything is in English. But the customer is Arabic. How do I communicate all the results to them? They want to search in their language. And even whatever I wrote in database, that has to come in Arabic language only. How much time it will take for us to do it? First of all, I have to learn Arabic. And then I have to write each and every word and sentence in Arabic and put that into database, and so tomorrow I want to sell the same product to some other country like French or someone. How much time does it take? I have to learn French. But MCP server is not that. You build one application, one database, and then just put MCP server in front of your APIs. So in this demo, what we are going to do, we are using MongoDB and then consume the data using .NET minimal APIs. And on top of it, we are writing MCP tools. Okay, let me explain you how this MCP tool is working. First of all, you guys have to go to my repositories and look for this MCP server. There is a repository. You can clone this repository, download the code, and before it, install Node.js and also C# extensions. This one, C# and C# dev kit. Install those things, and finally, when I'm just using the same product documents which are in Compass, using this data and developing a MCP server. So what you need to do in MCP server, again install extension to MCP server